Salutations everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Melissa here, back with another video. Hey, I just wanted to show you my Adept collection. We're not decluttering anything, we're just showing you the palettes I have. Some I have duplicates, some I have altered, just letting you know ahead of time. So let's start with a brand new one that just released. This is the Element 115. So this one just came in the mail literally this week to me. So it's beautiful. I'm not a big fan of the first three mats. They're here, Conspiracy and Commander P DF. I like Specimen and Propulsion, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with the three real light shades. I guess I can use them as an inner corner highlight, but as like crease shades, I don't know. It's kind of iffy. Another one newer to my collection is the Sumerian Sunset. This one also released earlier this fall. This was in September. So here's the Sumerian Sunset. I did change out a mat or two because they were just a little too light for me. So yeah. But they are beautiful. I'm not a big Star Trek girl. But this is a beautiful palette. The sparklies are real sparkly, as you can see. Look at the shifts. There are some multi-chrome holochromes in there. It's real shifty. It's real glittery. You need a lot of glitter glue, honest to goodness. So I do have a lot of glitter glue when this is being used. So let's just get a share up and close into that. But yeah, that is the Sumerian Sunset. Now this came in a mystery box. I don't know if this was earlier this year or last year. I've heard many people pronounce this, but my mom lived in California. She lived in Los Angeles for over a decade. So I'm going to pronounce it the way I heard my mother pronounce it. So I heard people pronounce it different ways. My mom pronounced it La Cienega. So I think of La Cienega Boulevard. La Cienega. So that is how I pronounce this word, La Cienega. I might be incorrect, but that is how I pronounce it. I'm not knocking anybody else on how they pronounce this. I know this is actually a street or an area in California, La Cienega. So that's how I pronounce it, La Cienega, like La Cienega Boulevard. So I altered mine. It was so neutral, so pasty. I altered mine, so mine does not look like it came. So if you want to know what it looks like, go on the Adept website and see what the original palette looks like. Yeah, so I did keep some of the neutrals and the reds and some of the blues. But the rest, bruh, I got rid of. I ended up getting a second inspired palette and mix matching. So it's a cross between the original and inspired. And I think a shade from Plain Jane remastered. So yeah. So this is my La Cienega and inspired, and I think like a piece of remastered Plain Jane. And here is the loved and the elusive inspired palette. A little dust. I have to say, I dig Adept for an indie brand. When I tell you, these people, they do great packaging. The way the product comes in the boxes, and then also the actual packaging of the products. It's pretty darn cute and amazing. Alright, this is the inside of the inspired palette. You have failed the city. And here it is. It's a beautiful palette. It's great. I'm not gonna lie. This is probably one of my faves. I'd put it in my top five for fave Adept palettes of all time. Next up is another limited edition. This one is House of L. This one was based off of Superman. You can tell the owner loves her comics because that one, the inspired, is based off of Green Arrow, the show Arrow. And this is obviously based on Superman. As you can read the back, for this reason, above all, their capacity for good, I have sent them you, my only son, Jor-El. So, House of L, which is Kal-El, which is aka Clark Kent, aka in the sky, it's a plane, it's a bird, it's Superman. Yeah, so that's that. Here's the inside. There are beautiful multichromes and sparkly shades in this thing. This is, and it's from like the comic book iteration of what the colors are, which I thought was great. Instead of the primary colors of the red, yellow, blue, I thought it was really cool on how it was. I really like this palette. It's actually really good quality. The shimmers kind of do crease, even with a glitter glue and primer, they do crease. But I also have slightly hooded eyes, and I'm also in my 30s, so this is my backup, which I kind of used some random shades, and I've just kind of like had some shades that I liked, and I've put in here that were from other palettes that I've just picked and put into an additional one that I've had some extra shades. So, yeah. Didn't mean to like graze that one, but yeah. That's my extra one. Love it. And also stating, like, some of my palettes, again, I mix and match. That's the beauty of Adept. They are magnetic. So, here's my Kodan palette. Kodan, wasn't 100% sure. It's beautiful. This is the old format, old formula, and old larger square pans. And these are not, I cracked it, but I do love these. This wasn't my favorite, but it had, I took out my favorite shade, which was 2 shimmers, 1 multichrome, and 1 really beautiful sparkly metallic, and a hot pink. I took them out of here, and I put them in another palette. They're so good, though. But this is actually a really good palette. This shade right here, Kodan, beautiful. This is the original. This is what I think really, they were known for their magnetic palettes and their singles, but this, I think, really set them off. And when I say set them off, I mean set them off on just a really great trajectory of indie greatness, which was their Plain Jane palette. So this is the original Plain Jane, and it's beautiful, unassuming black, beautiful rose, floral printing on it. Let's open it up. As you can see, mine has a lot of love. There's dents in mine. This is one of the, I'd have to say, one of the best shimmer special shade palettes I own. I'd put it up there. I think I have a video, and I'll link it up there, where it says, do you really need all the special shade palettes? I'm pretty sure I included this one. I know I did. It was from like maybe like September, October. It was from earlier, a little earlier, later this year. But yeah, this palette, that's a multichrome right there. Like, that's a multichrome. See, this, all of this, beautiful. This is a stunning palette, and this set them off. Like, they became really well known, not just for their singles anymore and their magnetic palettes and their stackable palettes and things like that, but also they had just a really good formulation, and this is an amazing formula. So I'm going to show you the original. So this is Ninhydrin, and then I'm going to show you the reformatted one. So here's the original Ninhydrin, which is a beautiful palette. So I altered my Ninhydrin just a smidge. I put that bright, beautiful pink in here from my Kodan palette. So, as you can see, there's been a lot of love in my Ninhydrin palette. This is the original one. And I'm almost in pan in this one and this shade. Good gravy. Like, I'm super proud of myself for like really loving on and using a lot of my products. Because I would totally gravitate toward like the same. Sometimes I'll gravitate toward the same shades and look because it's just so good. So, and this one. Ooh, you see that? Like dense. Yeah, these are good. These are very good. So Ninhydrin, very good. This is a very good palette. This is the old format. This is the old layout. Again, these larger square pans. And let me show you the newer format. So here they are side by side. So as you see there, it's raised with that beautiful kind of oil spill on there instead of the engraved. Super cute. All right, and the pans are smaller. You saw me and my bonnet. Hello. Yeah. So I haven't used this one as much as I thought I would. It's not as much as I used the old one, which is so weird. I used my older one way more, which is so weird. But I was so curious to see how the new formulations would be. I used the ACI 1/8 shade, and the one next to it a lot more than anything. So I gotta dig this out. You know what? I gotta do something with this. I didn't feel like the mattes really went with it, but I feel like I can figure something out and bring in like some. I have so many matte shades. So many matte shades. I can bring something in. I gotta do something with this. Yeah. Next up is Minka. This is a beautiful palette. Minka's gorgeous. It was their take on a neutral palette. I dismantled mine. When I say dismantled, I changed it up. So I focused on the purple pinks and some of the neutral shimmers. So I kind of refocused it. But that's the beauty of having magnetic pans. And I knew somebody who just wanted sparkly neutral shimmer shades, so I put them in a nice little palette and I gave them all to them, and I kept the ones that I wanted. So yeah, because the original Minka only had like 2 mattes. This one has 4, and the other remaining 8 are beautiful shimmers and duochromes and multichromes. So win. Look at that. Win-win. Here we have the Plain Jane Remastered, and I did switch out a few shades, but this one has gotten some love too. This is a beautiful palette as well. This one's a great one. It's definitely been getting some love-ins. It's also a great one, but the OG one, woo, got my heart. Up next is this is the old one that was under the Amunet New. They took that off and it just became the Amunet, which is right there, as you can see. I bought the new one. I totally did. As you can see, the spoiler alert. Yeah, I totally bought an updated one. I got 2 because my friend kept saying, "What is on your eyes?" I wore it to weddings, everything. I'll tell you a little story in like a second about that, but this one, this is a mix. I love the fact that, again, these are magnetic and you can use it. So I have mixed and matched the Heather Austin palette and the original Amunet palette together to create this little baby. There's love. There is love, and there are dents in these shades. This is Scrubs from the original Heather Austin palette. There is love in these shades, baby. Between the Blend Bunnies, this palette, and Heather Austin. So all 3 of these I have worn to 3 or 4 weddings in the last year and a half that I've gone to. So yeah, It's really great. It is really great. These are shades that I've really just... Look at that. Look. Ugh, multi-chrome. Goodness. So, yeah. Beautiful. Absolute. Ugh, you beauty. So, there it is. For good measure, I showed the new Amunet. Again, slightly altered. Haven't used it. I might be giving this to my friend for a Christmas gift because it's beautiful. And again, I altered it for more deeper colors. She's close in skin tone to me, and she does like similar colors to me, so I might be giving this to her for Christmas. I'm not decluttering anything. I'm just showing you my collection, and this is just my Adept. These are all Adept shades. So yeah, this is the updated. So I have two here. So I have, this is the original Heather Austin palette that came out March of 2022. Okay, mine is slightly altered. The cute little brown shade Atlas and 0603 have been taken out because my friend loves neutral shades. So she wanted just those two shades real bad. They were just nice neutral shades, nice brown shades, and she wanted them real bad. So I was like, that's it? You don't want the... And I was like, okay. So I just took a little magnetic tool, popped them out. I had like a magnetic palette, and I was like, is there any other shades or singles or anything like that? And she's like, yeah. So I just gave her a couple of magnetic palettes full of stuff. I was like, here you go, have at it. She just had all the little neutral shadows that her little neutral heart could desire. But yeah, here's the original, barring two different shades. Those two. And here's the one with the, again, updated packaging. And apparently the matte formula got an update. I have yet to try it again. This and the Element 115 just got to me. I got two. The other one, I bought two of these. One for myself for the updated version, and then the other one is in a Christmas box for a gift exchange for a friend. So, but this booty is mine. And look how beautiful that is. That is so stunning. Yeah, that is just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. Like, they did a really great job on this palette. It is really beautiful. But yeah, that is all of my Adept collection. Now I did not pick up the Star Horse. I was about to say Starfish, Seahorse. I just combined the two together. I did not pick up the Seahorse palette because it was $125 and it was a bunch of shades that I pretty much just seemed I didn't want to use. So I didn't get that one. And I did not pick up the Ketracel White or the Rainbow Raider palettes. So those were two I did not get. So I just skipped those. But other than that, I pretty much own a lot, as you can see. I own a lot of Adept. So, again, it's in my top 10 of my favorite indie brands. It is a great brand. Thank you so much for just perusing my collection with me. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for spending that time with me. I appreciate you all so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. This is the end for now. If you could just please do me a solid, take care of yourself, take care of one another. It would behoove you to make smart choices. That's the way. We like it. Make smart choices. Yes, please and thank you. Make those smart choices. Baby cakes, make those smart choices. Also, take care of yourselves. Take care of one another. Wash out hands, wash out us. Be good. Please know it's a, ooh, baby, it's a wild world out here. It's wild. Alright. I will see you in the next one. Peace. Love, peace, and happiness. I will see you in the next video. Bye.